Welcome back to the Reliquary. I am out here in Mirkwood. Well, not really Mirkwood. It's a trail that I go on a hike with my dogs every now and again. Almost every day, actually. And it is a beautiful forest. And I felt that this was the only appropriate way to show off the next item on the channel.
Three rings for the elven kings under the sky. Seven for the dwarf lords in their halls of stone. Nine for mortal men doomed to die. One for the Dark Lord on his dark throne in the land of Mordor where the shadows lie. One ring to rule them all, one ring to find them.
One ring to bring them all, and in the darkness, find them.
What must I do?
There are other forces at work in this world, Frodo, besides the will of evil. Bilbo was meant to find the ring, in which case you also were meant to have it. And that is an encouraging thought.
So this one is pretty special today. When I was about 12 years old, my mother gave me her copies of The Lord of the Rings that she once read in high school. Since that time, I have read The Lord of the Rings once a year, every year. I am now at the age of 37 years old. That makes it, 25 years, actually. That's crazy. So on the 25th anniversary, I don't know the date, but 25 years after first getting my first copy of The Lord of the Rings, I finally have the precious. Andy Serkis is like one of my heroes, by the way. The guy he's the motion capture artist and actor for Gollum, amongst many other amazing things. He's a giant. Anyways, it would tickle my ribs, as it were, if I ever had the chance to have a conversation with Andy as Gollum versus Smeagol.
Oh yes, very nice, Precious. He's a very, very nice person, isn't he? No, he's nasty. Nasty Andy Serkis. He's a nasty person. He's not very nice, Precious. Not very nice at all. Not Serkis. Serkis is our friend. Our friend. You don't have any friends. Nobody likes you. Go away. Go away. Go away. Where would you be without me?
And my dog is going, Sierra? Hang on. We have The One Ring from Jens Hansen and WETA Workshop. These are the guys that actually made The One Ring for both The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings movies that were directed by Peter Jackson, which means that this is not an interpretation of the prop, but this is the prop. So I'm gonna get to unboxing this thing because I have been waiting 25 plus years. I'm actually legitimately nervous in opening this up. So the first thing we have from Jens Hansen, I am assuming it's pronounced Jens Hansen. Oh, it's not this is cool. Okay, hold on. So we've got all these little pamphlets that talk about the company. A little bit of a thank you letter, so let's see here. Thank you for choosing Jens Hansen. Warranty, care and cleaning, insurance, good customs, blah, 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 blah. And then it looks like it's actually signed by Hafton Hansen. Okay, sorry, interruption. I think that's everything. And then here we are. Beautiful little box, little tag. I guess if you want to, give it away as a gift. Come on. Teasing me here. All right, open up. I actually am like super nervous, like not shaking, but pretty close. There's the box. Beautiful Hansen seal on there. Okay, here we go. Opening up the box. Did I miss something? Oh, there's like another piece of tape. No wonder. Okay, there's a sticker and then there's a piece of tape. What did I say last time? More tape. There's always more tape. There's always more tape. Tape is gone. All right. So then in the box, all right, got a little packet here. So I'm just gonna slip that out the side there. There's the chain. Okay. Whew, had me nervous for a second there. And I'm gonna take this down. We're gonna put that to the side. We're gonna open that one last. Little velvet bag with another little baggie inside. This is the chain that Frodo wears while he is carrying the ring up to Mount Doom.
It is a strange fate that we should suffer so much fear and doubt over so small a thing.
This is actually made from actual sterling silver and has the distinctive elven S-shaped clasp on the back of it, which is just beautiful. And here we are. The One Ring from WETA Workshop. This is the tungsten alloy version of it. It is 24 karat gold plated. I unfortunately could not afford the full solid 24 karat gold version, but I hope to one day. So let's, moment of truth time. Here we go. I'm so stoked. You have to rip it. I don't see any other way. There's no way to preserve it. I have to tear it. No. Oh, I feel so bad. Okay. So first observations with the box. We've got the lettering all the way around. On the top, we've got the Lord of the Rings. Then on the back, officially, WETA Workshop. Okay. Open her up. Oh my God. Oh, it's got a little elastic kind of cord in there that kind of keeps it in place. Blue velvet inside for the ring and the chain to hold their place. And ring. I can't even begin to tell you what this is like for somebody who has been so in love with the books and the movies and the stories and everything else. So let's see if it fits. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Love it. Oh, it actually fits. Oh, that's great. So let's get this. Apparently, I can't show it off with this particular camera at this time, so we're gonna take it somewhere else. The other thing that's kind of important to me with Lord of the Rings is it's one of the first times I really fell in love with stories. And it got me into reading just about everything else. Sherlock Holmes, Moby Dick, Charles Dickens, anything that was just considered a classic. I just was voracious. But Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, everything else was where it all started for me. Where it all started as far as wanting to be a storyteller. Yeah, it all came back to that day 25 years ago when I got my first copy of The Lord of the Rings.
So this is the One Ring from WETA Workshop based out of New Zealand. It is a tungsten carbide ring with 24 karat gold plating. As to the inscription, it is a laser etch that is done so subtly that it's almost difficult to read what is on the ring, which I kind of like. The fact that it is subtle and you can't feel it on your finger at all. It is absolutely beautiful.
So it is now 2 weeks after I purchased this ring, and I am very pleased with the results. I wanted to wear it in various circumstances so that I could put it through a little bit of a wear and tear. I wore it on the finger, I wore it on the necklace, I wore it over my shirt, under my shirt. I slept with it, I fidgeted with it. I basically tried to wear it down and see if the gold or anything else would fade. As you can see, it is held up fairly nice. There is little to no fading. It still holds its color really nice. I was initially concerned with the edge of the ring and it wearing down as well. But one thing that really does surprise me is how there's almost no discernible scratches or dents. I mean, I didn't really slam it against anything or drop it against the concrete, but I tried to put it through your average daily use, and I'm not seeing any wear and tear, which is really, really nice. A couple things I want to talk about. The inscription on it is gorgeously done. It is a laser etch and it goes all the way around. If you look on the inside, it'll identify that it is a WETA workshop. WETA, I have no idea how to pronounce it. And then Jens Hansen inscription on there, and then the black speech inscription continues on the inside. When I first saw that on the inscription, I was a little curious as to how that matched up, because that is a lot of space. I mean, if you start with where the WETA is here and go all the way around to Jens Hansen and the inscription, so it's almost half the ring is without inscription. Whereas on the outside, it is all the way around. So, out of curiosity, I decided to pull out my copy of The Lord of the Rings and compare to what it actually shows inside. And here we have the black speech as written by Tolkien in The Lord of the Rings. And this is the 50th anniversary edition of The Lord of the Rings. So the inscription on the ring, that's upside down. The inscription on the ring is different than that in the book. That being said, if you watch the film, this lines up with the film. So I kind of am curious as to why Peter Jackson decided to change the styling of the Elvish writing. So yeah, my only concern with the inscription is how much space is taken away on the bottom to, put all that corporate branding in there. I would have liked to have seen the ring without that corporate branding, but that's what makes it an official prop replica. The ring itself is much chunkier than your average band. Like if you were to compare this to a wedding band, it is quite a bit chunkier. And I'll demonstrate that in just a moment. The clasp is, I have mixed feelings. While beautiful and elegant and very elvish in its design, and again, you've got the branding there with the silver identifier. Jens Hansen, it's upside down. Let's see if I can't turn that around. There you go. With your copyright NLP, Jens Hansen, 0.925 sterling silver. The design itself is elegant, very elvish, very beautiful. Couple problems with it. This particular little spike right here tends to jab into the back of the neck. That is the one thing I did not enjoy about wearing this all the time, is that if it just caught your shirt right or something, this little spike can prove quite ouchy on the back of your neck. I did see one video that talked about the clasp and how snug it was, and I want to deter some people from doing this. So the clasp itself, should you ever get this, is quite snug against the other curve, the S curve right here. So to pull the chain off, you kind of just, get a little tug and then just slide it back on. That's all you need to do. Now at first, when this shows up, brand new, this will be super stiff and you'll find it's really difficult to squeeze that chain link through that clasp. My recommendation, just keep working it. Just very slowly stick that hook in there and just slowly work it in. Wiggle the chain a little bit till it squeezes away, and eventually it'll find its room. What I have seen people suggest is to take it and bend it, either up way or down way. Don't do that. You're gonna ruin a perfectly good piece of jewelry. Just give it a little bit of love, a little bit of wear and tear, and it'll pop in just beautifully. The ring has a nice hefty weight to it. Feels comfortable around the neck, believe it or not. Other than that stupid little spiky part of the clasp, it's quite gorgeous to wear. Sorry, not quite gorgeous, but quite a joy to wear around the neck. Now on the finger, pardon my very scarred hand, it kind of seems kind of chunky when I put it on, but as you can tell, it is a very thick ring on the hand. Pressing up against the other two fingers, it can be quite obnoxious to this finger and this finger, as it does jut out
quite substantially more than your average wedding band. It is super heavy, as it is a tungsten carbide alloy with 24 karat gold on top. It is meant to weigh the same as a 24 karat gold solid ring. The way that the edges are rounded with a little bit of a concave on the inside. On the surface of the finger itself, wearing it on the finger itself is extremely comfortable. It's just the outside fingers. You can see how it's preventing my pinky finger from closing in on there. With that one exception, with just how much space it takes up between the fingers, it is very, very comfortable to wear. You just got to get used to that space difference, and you got to get used to the weight. Other than that, it is absolutely beautiful. So on the channel so far, I haven't purchased a lot of large ticket items, and I try to compare things based on price point and whether or not it is worth the price I paid. The ring itself was a very, a simple $99 US plus shipping, and the necklace itself was another $99. So the whole package in total was, give or take, $200 US plus shipping. It was shipped out within about 2 or 3 days of the order. It came with that wooden box that you see in the video. Unfortunately, as I was filming that segment of it, my dog knocked the box into the creek that we were filming in and destroyed it. So that's okay. It was a beautiful box. It was definitely worth the purchase. And that's my point. For the $200 that I spent on this particular project, it was probably the best value for price point that I have come across so far of all the prop replicas that I've come across. Best bang for your buck. It's authentic, it's official, it is about as close to the real thing as you can possibly get. They do offer a couple other versions of the ring. One is a 10 karat gold, I believe. I'll have to double check. That is inscribed. They call it the Golem ring, where it's actually solid gold instead of just gold plated. And they also have a version of the one ring that is blank and is actually 24 karat gold, which is exactly what the prop was in the movie. I'd love to get one of those one day, but I don't have the $4,000 or $5,000 for one of those. Anyways, there's the one ring, courtesy of WETA Workshop and Jens Hansen Studios. His son Hafton Hansen has taken over, and they are a wonderful company. I would love to go out and check them out in New Zealand one day. Maybe one day. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining in on the Reliquary. I'm sorry it's been a little bit longer than usual, but, you know, that's just life. COVID, shipping, also the kind of crazy stuff. But good news is, you're not going to have to wait much longer for the next video, because we've already got the next item for review. If you're not familiar with what might be in this box, here's a clue. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? Anyways, thank you so much for joining in on the Reliquary. Some wonderful things on the way. We've got a new studio in development. I'm not going to have just a wonderful TV over my shoulder. We're actually going to have a studio set up, ready to go. We're getting a Patreon account set up, as well as other things, so that we can get this channel fully rolling. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and push the little notification. I'm excited to talk to you guys once more as we check out what Pepper has provided for us next time.
Precious.